Hello, welcome back to the Fish Locker. We're out collecting bait today. Now it's absolutely howling a gale of wind and it's raining, so I've had to tuck myself out at way to come and say hello. I'm going to be going along a bit of a creek and we're going to be looking for some things we can use as bait. Now some clams, some worms and hopefully some sandeels. I will talk to you about each one when I find it and show you how I get them, show you how I look after them if we find any. So let's go. There's a winkle inside of a piece of a clamshell. A few bits of seaweed there. That red stuff there is called dulse. That's actually quite nice to eat. We've eaten that in a couple of our other foraging videos. We have all sorts just around in this little area here. There is, I can pick it up, a netted dog whelk, and you can see the tube worms. These little sandcastles are worm casts. They'll have a ragworm or a lugworm in them. The hard shell clam. There's another one. There are the halves of a gaper clam. Now they live deep in the mud and the sand. There's a cockle. I've got myself another clam. There's another nice cockle. And another. There's a razor clam. Oh, and there's another one. So I know in this area there will be razor clams inside the sand. Another one. That's a good one. It's a good clam there. And another. I aren't actually here for clams for eating today. I'm here for clams for bait. So I'll tuck this one back inside the sand there and leave him where he is. This is the dulse that I was talking about earlier. And some sea lettuce. Now, you should only really ever take it when the seaweed is connected to the seabed. You see that's still attached. If you're ever finding it like washed up or free floating, you don't know how long it's been detached for, so you don't know what's wrong with it. If it's still alive and it's still connected to the rocks, that stuff's good to take. Like that, like that. You can see there's plenty of shells around the place there. Look, there's a nice cockle one. Oh, there's a brilliant clam. rock oyster. There's some limpets. There, look. There's a nice sized cockle there, look. You can see it just hiding. And there is a clam. You can tell it was alive because it's held tight together. The seagulls made these crabs their dinner. What I've done is I've got myself to a little bit of a sandbar, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to be starting to turn the sand away. Now this sand, you can see it's quite loose, and what I'm looking for is these, look. And they live in the sand, hence the name Sandeel. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the sand over real quick. There is the tail of one just poking out, look, can you see? See it there flapping? Yeah, look. That there is irresistible to bass. Coincidentally, you might find a few clams doing this as well, but you can see how loose the sand is, can't you? No time at all, we've got well over a dozen Sandeels. Now although they aren't dead, they just look it, I promise. All you need to do with Sandeels is if you can't keep them in aerated, well, you can see them flapping there, look. If you can't keep them in aerated, that's a bit small, let that one go back into the sand. If you can't keep them in aerated water, all you need to do is get a damp towel, ideally like a Hessian sack, and just roll them up in it. Cool and damp, and they're alright in that. So let's go and see what other baits we can find. Now look, all I've got is I've just got one of my old towels. I've just dunked it in water, rinsed it out, wrung it out so it's just damp, poured the Sandeels onto it, and all you need to do is just fold it up, just so they're held up in it, and they'll be fine at least overnight. I've even kept them for 2 days like that before, just in a towel like that. Looking at your seaweeds, I see this one, this is gutweed. This one here, this shiny plasticky looking one, it looks like a wet carrier bag, that's called lava, and you find it in winter. It is edible, you can eat it once it's cleaned and cooked, you can eat it raw, but the cooking process is massive. You've got to cook it for like 4 hours. You make it into call it lava bread, or you can just eat it part of your salad. But compared to like sea lettuce, I prefer sea lettuce rather than lava. There's some rack and a bladder rack. See the bladders on it. I love little areas like this. What it is as the current has come past, it's kind of like cut out into a bank. It washes all the sand away quicker than it washes the shells and the rocks. So you get massive deposits. These are flatwinkles and periwinkles, netted dog whelks, limpets, cockles, all sorts, but it deposits these more than the sand because the sand's easier to wash away. You can see them just in like seams, can't you? There's a lovely painted top shell that's gone to mother of pearl. Slipper limpets, normal limpets. There's a big painted top shell. Your mussels and your cockles, your hard clams. Just walking along here, I found a cracking rock oyster. Just living down there. Now, folks can eat them. I don't like the taste, so I'll just leave it where it is. There is what we're after. A nice fat lugworm. And it was just because you can see the casts just digging below the cast. Now it's really rocky here, it's easier if you can find a sandy patch with them, but that's what we're after. There is a great example of a white rag. Now you can't keep these in the same bucket as a lugworm and a ragworm because they will eat them. They are a great bait though. We'll have to separate those in the bucket in a minute. Look, this is what you're looking for. You see? Fantastic bait. There's another one. Now the ragworms tend to be in the top layer of the dirt, the sand, the mud, and the lugworms are down deeper. So if we're going to get more lugworms we need to find a softer patch. That's quite interesting there, look. That is a bullhuss egg. If you've seen any of my other videos when we found a dogfish egg, they're like a third of this size. That's a bullhuss egg. Right, well, we've had a little bit of a walkabout, and although I'm not going to use these, I'm going to put them back. I put them in the bucket just to show you what you could collect. These are more for if I was coming down to collect something for the table. In no time at all, just walking around, some fantastic hard shell clams. They're great eating. And some cracking size cockles. Now there's a couple of different types of hard shell clams here. Surf clams, hard shell clams, cockles. I've seen some razor clams, and there's even been like a few rock oysters. Now I'm going to go and put these back in the pool down there. I just kept hold of them to just see how many there was and to show you them. We have some sandeels as well that are in a bucket, and we have a couple of little worms. We didn't get many, but we got enough. They'll all be fine now, kept cool for at least a couple of days. Now hopefully if I can get out tomorrow I'll use them all then. If I can't, then the smallest of the sandeels I'll let them go. The biggest ones I'll freeze them. The worms, if I can't use them, I'll think I'll have to donate them to somebody. They're too good a bait to get rid of, and they don't freeze overly well. I hope this has been interesting, and see you later.